Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's Gooner Gathering Chatalong time, everybody. Prepare the ambulance services. We're probably needed again. So, it's Gooner Lee Mead here, joined by the poshest man in sports entertainment, Posh Bertie. Hello, mate. You well?
I'm great. I'm doing good. I'm looking forward to having to watch the mighty Arsenal once again and not have high blood pressure whatsoever. I hope you're doing good too.
Yes, mate. I'm doing okay. Okay, not too bad. So far, so good. Uh, we've got a lot to talk about before the kickoff, because before I put all the lineups and everything up, I think we have a goalkeeper situation to talk about. Hello, Chris. Good afternoon. You there, Bertie? Talk to me.
Yes,
I said we have a goalkeeping situation to
I
talk
thought you were
about.
gonna. If you had a photo of the team lineups, you were gonna put it out.
Oh, okay. I can do that if you want me to. I was gonna. Yeah,
Right,
all
here
right
you
then.
go. I got it.
I like seeing you have it,
So
but
as
I
you
like.
know, there is uh, an obvious selection that seems to be there, and that is David Raya is in goal. Now you may remember in our little preview video, I toyed with the idea of
Mm,
having Raya in goal ahead of Ramsdale. Maybe perhaps because let's be honest, I think Arteta thinks that Ramsdale is going to be the first choice keeper going into a lot of games, and
yeah.
so he would probably have Ramsdale in favour of starting him in the Champions League. Whether some fans agree or not is a different story, because whether people think it's a good idea or not, Ramsdale's going to be the main choice goalkeeper going into the important games. And
Yeah.
I toyed with the idea of Raya starting, and he's a decent goalkeeper. He does need some kind of game time rather than being in the Carabao Cup. So
Hmm.
I'm actually not mad at the idea of seeing him in the starting 11. I just hope he doesn't make any errors, because then it would look like a ridiculous selection.
Absolutely. I mean, it's one I'm surprised about. That's absolutely no doubt about that. So
Hmm.
I'm just doing a bit of admin behind the scenes here.
Because it's
Uh,
very rare for our manager to
yeah.
drop players all of a sudden.
Yeah, I agree. And to make a decision, so some people would have thought, oh, maybe Ramsdale will play and perhaps they'll change the goalkeeper for the Champions League. I am not a fan of changing the goalkeepers. I will say that. But then again, the Arteta signed Raya, and obviously Raya's a top quality goalkeeper.
Yep.
Anyway, we all know
Lots of
that.
Premier League experience for Brentford.
Absolutely, absolutely, and he's at fine percentage of shots
Mm.
saved. I think he's one of the highest from last season. Um, but to be him thrown in today, I think was a surprise. Um, let's go through. There's another change to talk about. Let's go through the lineup. So Raya in goal, we talked about. Strong back four. White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, and that sort of free position. We think Rice, Vieira is the one in for Havertz. Big change of player there. We'll get into that in a minute. Odegaard, captain, Saka, Martinelli, and my boy Nketiah up front. So let's talk about the change. Havertz out and Vieira in.
First of all, we got a comment here.
Yeah.
Here, great to see Raya playing. Why has Ramsdale been dropped? Is he being wrapped up in cotton wool for the Champions League game against PSV? I would think that it's looking likely Ramsdale's going to be the goalkeeper, but
Mm.
with Kai Havertz not in the team, this can only mean he is going to be starting in the Champions League, which is the wrong call. But I would be a hypocrite. Well, of course, I'm not surprised you want Havertz in the team, but anyway, I'm not gonna get into that. But I I would be a hypocrite to say that, oh, I needed him to play in this game because I've been calling for him to get dropped for a while now.
Yeah.
And if it was up to me, I'd have Jorginho, Rice, and Odegaard. But Fabio Vieira, give credit to him. When he's come off the bench, he has made a bit of an impact, especially against Fulham. And even in the last few minutes against Man United, he made the brilliant through ball to Jesus for the third goal. So at the moment, it looks like he's in some good form. But any time he's started for us, he's been very underwhelming. I think of Bournemouth, I think of Southampton last season, and Everton are a very physical team. And Havertz is like a massive not a massive. He's a little light, limp twig. So, and Everton are a physical team. That's my concern of having him start.
Good point, sir. There's a big comparison here physically between your man here and Havertz, because Havertz, for all his misgivings or whatever, and I know we disagree a little bit, which is fine. Havertz is 6'5", is quite strong in the air. Although I'll give Vieira his credit, I'm going to take the lineup off for a minute. We don't need to have it on now.
Yeah.
It'd be fair to Vieira to say he has had his eye for pro, and he has bulked up a little bit, brother. I think that's fair to say. I think so. And I would say his form, like you mentioned, has been pretty good once he has been on the field this season.
I just think he's more of a dynamic super sub rather than a regular starter. But we'll have to see how it goes. I think physicality is going to be an issue if you compare Everton's midfield to ours.
Yeah.
But then again, I would be a hypocrite for saying that Havertz should have played. So I'm not going to say much on that matter.
Yeah.
But Havertz is on the bench where he belongs. So that's all right in my book.
Do you know what, though? It does mean we are going to have some of the broadcasts where we're not going to be bickering over Havertz. So maybe that's a good thing. Maybe Arteta's been watching us and he thinks
he does
maybe I
watch us.
could do with a break.
He does watch us. So, yeah.
And if he is watching, I hope he is subscribed. And I hope he's like the stream today as well. That would be very important to do. And if he can share it around on his Twitter page and stuff, that might be good too. I want to talk about forward options as well before we talk about Everton. So the forward three, Saka, Nketiah and Martinelli. There would be arguments for all three of them being up for rotation. So we did the preview show. There was lots of rumours going around, lots of stuff going around, mainly from The Athletic, saying about Saka has a bit of an injury. The press conference happened on Friday, I think it was, basically saying, yeah, he's got aches and pains, but that's kind of normal. So some people would have had Saka being rested. Others would have Jesus playing ahead of Nketiah. I have my thoughts on that one. I'm going to get that in a minute. And Martinelli versus Trossard for me is a bit of a I'd take either. Your thoughts on this one first?
Yeah, I would. So I was concerned for Saka and his injury or knocks that he's picked up. Yeah. Apparently, he seems to be fine. But I kind of expected him to play. The Martinelli over Trossard, this hopefully means that Trossard's going to get a run in the Champions League, although something tells me I highly doubt it.
I think you're right. I think he will play. I think he'll play on PSV.
And if he doesn't, then why on earth is he like? He must be frustrated over his lack of game time. So we'll have to wait and see what the lineup for the Champions League is going to be like. Now, Nketiah up front over Jesus, I may surprise a few people here, but I would have preferred to see that rather than Jesus for this game. We've got an all-important Champions League game, as I've mentioned, against PSV. I would have rather seen Jesus up front than Nketiah. So for Nketiah to be up front in this game, I can understand why that's happening.
Especially with Jesus just coming back from his injury. Of course, he had the cameo against Man United. Of course, he sealed the game for us in possibly my favourite goal that I've ever commentated on in this whole little scenario and Gooner gathering. Hello to Matt Roberts, who's in the chat, saying there's got some tough games that we'll need to do some sort of squad rotation. I think we're seeing part of that now. I think we're going to see it perhaps a bit more on Wednesday. I would think will possibly go full strength again on next Sunday, the Spurs game. And I think following that, if I'm not mistaken, is it time for the cup competitions again? I think it's looking at the Brentford.
We got Brentford away.
So, but yeah, I think you're right. And this squad rotation thing looks like it's going to the goalkeepers as well. So that's it's an interesting one. But big thanks to Matt Roberts, by the way, for taking the time the other day to record the ladies team update. It was very much appreciated. We haven't done, Posh, is talk about the Everton side.
Yeah.
I have it there. Calvert-Lewin doesn't play is my headline news from that. Would you like to go through the rest of it?
Okay, Jordan Pickford is in goal. Ashley Young at right back. Tarkovsky, who scored against us last season, is playing and he's the captain. Braithwaite, Mykolenko, left back. Onana, Everton Onana, I think that is, playing for Everton of all teams. Garner, Doucouré, Danjuma, McNeil, and Beto. McNeil is a decent player who I rated. I believe against Brighton, he got a hat-trick last season during the 5-0.
McNeil took the corner, which led to Tarkovsky getting the goal against us, if my head is right, in the Sean Dyche and Burnley reunion party, I believe it was.
Excellent. On the bench, West Virginia, Michael Keane, Garner, Dobbin, Patterson, Godfrey, Onyango, and Shamiti. I think hang on. This is covering the. Oh, here we go. Calvert-Lewin is playing. Calvert-Lewin's on the bench.
Calvert-Lewin's on the bench, like I said.
I only saw that because the score was covering it.
Sorry, mate. My bad.
Obviously,
trying to be professional. Sorry.
A lot of key players have left the club, like Damari Gray, Alex Iwobi, who we mentioned in the preview video. So they're missing a lot of players that made a difference for them. But it's still going to be quite an interesting joust today. Everton have been shocking all season, but our record
had a terrible start.
Is terrible. So who knows what may transpire?
Anything could happen in the next 2 hours or so, everybody. Welcome to Arsenal since Sorry, Poch. Welcome to Arsenal since 1987. Saying in the chat, David Ray has not come to Arsenal to sit on the bench. He's here to take the number one spot. Yeah, and that's the mentality he absolutely needs to have. He's here to do the job. I think we're quite lucky at this situation where we've got two goalkeepers that are actually going to be fighting out two absolute quality keepers here. So yes, go ahead, Posh.
Just a bit of live admin here.
Yes, mate.
You had 48.1 hours on the StreamYard back end. I don't know if that's going to be enough for us to last today.
It's not an issue, Posh. We're live. So should be talking about this on the live stream. But so when we do live streams, it records on the back end, and if I was to repeat it, like if we do a preview show or something, then it stays on the back end. What I will need to do again is clear through again. When we do these live watch-alongs, mate, it really does. It eats up the memory space, but it's not a problem. It's not going to affect our life. So we shall stay in.
So we're not going to be taken off air.
No, unless you do something absolutely extraordinary.
Well, I'm not one for doing that on stream.
Okay.
But
on OnlyFans /Posh Bertie, that's where you can find. I'm joking.
Don't give us ideas for when we're. They're having a minute silence for something.
Yeah, mate. This is to do with the disaster that's happened in Morocco.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So they're just. Just spending a minute silence here, which I think we should probably respect as well. And the teams are going back into position. And we are imminent for the kickoff.
Oh, okay. Everton are a bit of a bogey team, as we mentioned, for Arsenal. So we'll see how that goes.
We absolutely need to break this Goodison curse that's been put on us since
we're kicking off by the
2017.
looks of it.
Yeah.
So hopefully this means that we won't be conceding in the first 30 seconds if
He
we get
says.
more of the ball. Hopefully. We're not on the
And
Emirates, so it might
we
be
are
fine.
off. And Ray has had his first touch for Arsenal and he's given it to Ben White.
There you go. He made a pass to the right player. So already he's in my good books.
There you go. 100% record for David Raya.
Yeah. you love to see it.
It's funny because we talked in commentary last time we did one of these against Manchester United, and you actually did call for Raya to be playing, didn't you?
I did, because whilst it was mainly Saka who made the error against Fulham, Ramsdale's positioning and the way he reacted really drove me up the wall, and I would have called for David Raya to start. But he's starting today, and let's see how he does. Let's see if he's this amazing keeper as we keep mentioning. We know he can do it. We know he can be a good keeper. We've seen it for Brentford.
Yeah,
but can
absolutely.
he do it for the Goons?
Absolutely. Well, it looks like we're going to develop our first attack here. Saka getting involved, Odegaard involved. Rice switching the play to Zinchenko. Onto the left-hand side, and it's intercepted. But Declan doing what he does best and cleans up.
I love Declan Rice in midfield.
It's such a nice thing to have. He's so talented both ends of the field. That moment against United will live for us forever, my friend. Here's Saka.
Hopefully Saka can have a good game today, because he's not been Bukayo Saka-ing as much as I'd want him to.
Yeah, I don't think he's gone on full cylinders yet. Yeah, you're right. Still managed to provide a goal against Man United, though. The very goal you're talking about for Declan.
Zinchenko.
Talking of corners.
Corner.
Talking of corners, here we go.
Now, Martinelli's corners against United were not exactly the best, and when it came to Saka's corner, that provided the goal. So I wonder who's going to be taking the corner for us today.
It would make sense for it to be Saka this side.
Well, Martinelli's over there, so it's going to be Saka, because Gabby's in the box.
Yeah, Gabriel playing his 100th game for Arsenal today.
And if we score a goal, we would get 900 Premier League goals. Arsenal.
Here comes the corner.
And here comes the corner, and it's headed away for a throw.
Everton head on it, and Saka will take the throw on.
Bit of no-nonsense Sean Dyche defending there.
Yeah, respect it. He's going to give the ball to Ben. Let's see what they can work from this. Can Ben work across? Just going to keep possession at the moment. Don't want to do anything silly early doors.
Yeah. Saliba to Rice. Oh, God, what on Deckers?
Yeah. And Saliba as well, playing the ball nice and sensibly. And here we go again with Saka.
He's a bit deep, isn't he, Bukayo Saka?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the problem. Oh, no.
Pickford kicking the ball away.
Yeah.
And there's Raya outside his penalty area. Yeah, he's done it again. He's done another good pass.
All right. He
That's
passed
the narrative for the stream.
To Rice, Ben White. There's our central midfielder, Zinchenko.
Yeah, Zinchenko.
That's a good pass, though.
Can we manage to retrieve it? We do. But no, ball's gone.
No, goal kick.
I think Ashley Young got in the way a bit there.
I don't want Ashley Young to outpace Martinelli, because that might be a little bit embarrassing if that happens.
Yes, I agree. Made his debut 20 years ago this week.
for Watford, I believe.
Yeah, quite possibly. Yeah, for Ray Lewington's Watford. In a team captained by Sean Dyche.
It writes itself. Long-term storytelling.
My God.
Long-term booking right there.
You love to see it, mate.
Absolutely. We've got a throw in. Is that Zinchenko taking it?
Yes, I believe so. 5 minutes on the clock. Go on, Raya. Here we go. Another great pass from Ray.
He's 3 for 3.
Absolutely.
Martinelli, who's in midfield.
He's what?
Oh my word!
Whoopsie daisy, everybody. Not sure what that was, but I think he was trying to find himself on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Does that mean Saka switched on the other side?
I have no idea. Our players love getting out of position for some reason. Very much free roaming, which I'd much rather have on your phone rather than on your team.
That's a good point. Excellently made from our resident phone expert.
Absolutely. Ashley Young with the throw-in. Come on, hopefully we can deal with this. Yeah, we put Everton back a little bit here.
Yeah.
And now they're working the ball quite nicely in their area.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting, isn't it? How what looked like it could be a dangerous attack. Arsenal with the press on and the ball's back with Pickford down the other end.
We're doing a good job at pressing the ball, something I quite like to see. You know, putting our opposition under pressure instead of the opposition putting us under pressure.
Yeah.
We've got a throw in after an Everton player just kicked the ball out of play.
Yeah. Of course, this fixture last season was a very frustrating one. Ended 1-0 to Everton, and it was one of them where we still had plenty of possession, couldn't finish our chances. We'll be looking to change that today and keep up with that right end of the table.
Well, it's been a typical Arsenal game, really, at the moment. We're having more of the ball, but we need to try and convert it into something.
Yeah, but like you say,
I know.
7 minutes gone, the passing game's looking good.
Plenty of time left, plus probably an ungodly amount of stoppage time. So
you can't be talking about stoppage time after 7 minutes, mate.
No.
You can't be doing that. It's a searching ball.
No, Everton were appealing for offside there. It looked a bit tight, but it doesn't matter anyway because it didn't go to us.
That's McNeil for Everton. Can we nick it off him? We do.
We can. That's good. Is that Ben
Odegaard?
Odegaard now.
Searching ball to Saka.
Good defending, good last-ditch defending from Braithwaite there. Give credit where it's due for Everton.
Yeah, absolutely. We looked a dangerous bit of play there, and the defender did excellently well. Young defender as well,
good, which is always nice to see for away games like this, where it can be quite a battle.
Yeah. Here we go to Saka for the corner. Come on, lads. There's the signal. In it goes.
Saka. Oh, that's a bit of a deep corner. Might work, though.
I think he was trying to search out Zinchenko. I think it came off an Everton player, and I think it's on the other side.
Young, I think it's another corner.
Yeah.
He's called Ashley Young, but he's 38, which in football terms, that's a bit of an old age pensioner.
He is. It's nearly as old as me.
In football terms, that is. Not in real life.
No, of course. So I see Rice, Nketiah, Gabriel, Saliba are in the penalty area.
Yep.
Short corner, Posh's favourite. Here comes the deep cross. Zinchenko plays it on the ground. Shooting opportunity, and it's up and over. Fabio.
Oh, it's Fabio Vieira. He's better at taking penalties.
Yeah.
Unless it's against Man United.
Yeah.
Speaking
Fair
of
point.
United and Chelsea, hopefully we can do what those teams couldn't do, and that's win a game.
Absolutely. They've had an interesting start, haven't they? We might not be playing as fluid as you'd like, but at least we've only dropped the 2 points so far.
No, absolutely. What's going on here? I think Everton have... Is it thrown to Everton?
What's going on is I've just got pins and needles in my left foot.
Happens to the best of us.
Especially when you get to my age.
You're only 24. Come on now.
Declan
Rice. There we go. Yeah, I've never seen Rice give the ball away in these games, which is nice to see. Well done, Raya.
I'm glad you said that on the live stream, mate. Thank you for giving me that little soundbite.
No worries. When he makes a unbelievable error, then yeah. It's the referee stopped that.
I think he gave an offside, I believe.
It's a quick free kick.
Yep. It's a little bit messy at the moment.
Yeah, it's but like I said, we've had more of the ball, but we need to convert it into a goal.
Just watching Raya very carefully here. Done very well dealing with the back pass. They're just playing it amongst themselves at the moment. And there's Rice, who never gives the ball away.
Told you. Well, I've not seen him anyway. I've not seen him do that for Arsenal so far. In competitive games, anyway. He's been one of our best players so far.
Here we go. Here's where it happens.
And here's the man himself.
No, he's nice and cool there. Cool as ice.
Oh. Pickford's been clattered there.
Spear.
Oh, referee's got the flag up anyway.
So let's have a look. What happened there? Braithwaite with the pass back. Nketiah the follow through. Hit his England teammate from the other day. Although, of course, he didn't play. Trying to go for the ball. It's a competitive scrap, mate. What are you whinging about?
Me have the ball anyway because it's a goal kick.
Goal kick or free kick?
Either way, the goalkeeper's got the ball and he's going to boot it upwards. And
oof. And Arsenal get the ball back. They're going to hook it back into the Everton half.
Comes to nothing, though.
Nketiah might want to put him under pressure a little bit. He does. Back with Pickford. Pickford going for a bit of a run.
Ooh. He's
nice little bit of pressure they put on him.
We're doing what our opposing teams tend to do to us.
I've never said this on the live stream before, mate. You're like this. Nice defending from Zinchenko.
There we go.
Good God Almighty.
What I saw with Zinchenko, I think going forward, he's actually quite good. Sometimes defensively, he's always, because he plays inverted, he tends to leave a bit of a gap in our left back position.
Yeah.
So there are some traits of Zinchenko that I do quite like.
Yeah, I agree. He does. He's a nice footballer. Saw that for the Ukraine. In fairness, when he scored England, scored the lovely goal. What worries me a little bit, especially in away from home, his tendency to move away from that defensive position might leave us a little bit short. But that's what Mikel wants. He wants Zinchenko at left back. That's for his sword to die on, I suppose.
He's playing in midfield there, as you can see. There's Rice.
Still hasn't given the ball away.
Do not. If this becomes an occurrence in this game now, I'm gonna. All right. I suppose it's revenge for me talking about Havertz all the time. So
it's definitely not revenge. It's a different. It's not malicious. That's the thing.
Yeah, I've had it coming for a while now. Oh, go on, Saka. There we go.
Nice pace from
Go-
Saka. Now Odegaard
going
takes
forward.
over. White's just behind him's not found him.
Oh,
Interception, Saliba. And there's a foul in there. Foul on Declan. I must admit, I thought it was a foul the other way, but I'll take it.
And look, Rice doesn't roll around the pitch when he goes down. He just gets up. He's
a real man's man.
Absolutely, such a man.
Yeah.
Zinchenko in midfield again. Martinelli. That's not Martinelli. That's Vieira. I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Fabio Vieira.
He stayed on side.
Okay. Flag stays down. Oh no, it's not. It's up. I beg your pardon.
Eddie's saying maybe not. But there we go. 15 minutes gone. No real chances. Maybe one from Fabio Vieira. That's the only thing that we've really had so far.
Pickford takes the free kick there.
Here they come.
Careful.
Gabriel finds
Raya.
Raya. Nice little header back. He did very well. And Raya handled it fine. No problems. Probably good to mention, of course, the Thomas Partey injury situation. We still don't know the extent of that. Arteta's still saying it's going to be a few weeks. We shall see.
Well, I'm hoping it'll be weeks rather than months, as we first heard.
Yeah. I said it's good to have options, especially with a player like Partey, but not available
right
today
back when he returns.
Yeah.
Saliba to Gabriel is going so forward.
Well, you can see why, because look at the amount of Everton players back.
Yeah, they're very much.
There's about 9 behind the ball here. Quite patient from Arsenal. Ben White now. Cross comes in, looked a good one. Can they retrieve it?
Oh.
Perhaps not this time.
Zinni's going to get there though.
Yeah.
To Saliba, to Deckers.
Here's Declan Rice. Simple little pass to Ben.
Yeah.
Going for the cross field. There's Martinelli.
Pass from Ben White to Martinelli.
Rice laid off White. Looking. That's the thing with the bodies back. They couldn't really find the room to shoot. It's my take on that one.
Yeah, you got Everton parking the bus a lot. It was like this against Nottingham Forest. They were defending for their lives in the early stages when we were dominating the place. And Everton, it's the same, really. We've had a lot more possession. Everton are being very defensive, which you kind of expect from a Sean Dyche team. Stone Cold Sean Dyche.
That's it.
Oh, go on, Saka. No.
Well, we have a throw on near the corner flag now. It's the thing. You wouldn't expect Everton to be able to hold on, having so little possession, but have so much pressure on them the whole 90 minutes.
Happened last season.
But I was going to say that Premier League, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Through here, mate. That's a goal.
Here we go. I think it looked a bit.
Looked a bit weird, I must say.
Yeah, it did look a bit weird. Martinelli isn't celebrating that much because he knows what's coming. It came from out of nowhere. That's why I'm not celebrating that much. So we'll have to see what happens. I'm usually quite cautious, but at the moment, at this point in time, we are currently 1-0 up. So what happened there? Everton were caught napping. Did it look offside?
I'm just trying to look at the pass. Is offside.
An Everton player put his hand up there. But Martinelli, though, right place, right time.
Nketiah.
Look, the number 6 there, was that
Vieira.
Tarkovsky? He had his hand up. But the pass forward to Martinelli. Might want to change the score at the moment, anyway. Well,
Yeah,
we'll have to see what happens. Pickford's not happy about it. There you go. As I thought. They're checking.
Yeah, that's why I'm being a bit careful here.
Yeah.
Still subject to a VAR check.
Because I thought it looked a bit weird, the goal.
Yeah, I did too.
And you can tell they weren't celebrating that much when the ball went in the net.
Yeah. The offside lines are up, mate. No goal.
Yeah, I thought it was going to happen. Well, I had a feeling. I didn't celebrate that much. Huh?
I was bursting into song like you were. You had a feeling, and I went, ooh, that tonight's gonna be a good night.
Well, it's not at the moment because we've got a goal ruled out for offside.
Welcome, Jordan. Hello, mate. But, I mean, so Arteta looks perplexed, but I don't think we're surprised.
No, you had two.
Just the way it played out looked a bit weird, didn't it?
Yeah. Hopefully, it doesn't put us off too much.
Oh, is there an argument that the ball came off an Everton player last?
I don't know, but the goal looked a bit weird. Well, goal, I say goal. It was ruled out for offside, but it looked a bit weird anyway. I thought it looked a bit dodgy, but the going into the goal, that is. But it had something of the offsides about it, and Martinelli's down now.
What happened to Martinelli here? I think we're seeing the goal again here, or the disallowed goal.
Yeah, he was offside when he before he made the assist.
And doesn't look good for Martinelli at the moment. So you have two options here, guys. You have Jesus or you have Trossard.
Yeah. I wonder if we'll have to be seeing Trossard on the pitch here. It's a nice move, though, leading to the goal, but obviously it was offside. Looks like it's a hamstring injury.
Potentially. It's Trossard coming on, mate.
There we go. Well, that's what we need going into the Champions League. Another injury.
Yeah, but you're getting your player you want on, mate. So let's see what he can do, eh?
Absolutely. It's the lack of squad depth I'm concerned about. But Trossard's coming on, so we're seeing him in action.
Yeah.
Martinelli's still able to walk, though.
Maybe it's a slight twinge, which they want to be a bit careful with, I guess. So Martinelli's afternoon is done. And Trossard in good form for Belgium over the break. Did score a couple of very good goals for Belgium.
Yeah. And he's on the pitch after Martinelli is taken off. But I wonder what the severity of the injury is. He was able. We had this debate against Brighton, although he came back with one of those protective gears, didn't he?
Yeah, he certainly did. Well,
but he was able to walk.
Yeah, exactly.
Not with much assistance either.
Oh, I'm going to keep an
I
eye on
guess
it.
you got to be cautious. You got to be cautious when you got an important game coming up in midweek.
Exactly. Well, you look at the whole week as a whole, mate. You know, you've got
Yeah.
Champions League
Tottenham as well.
restarting, Spurs next Sunday, this time next week. Rice playing it out to the left. There's Trossard for the first time. After a little bit of deciding, he placed it to Zinchenko, Odegaard now in the middle. Zinchenko. The thing about Zinchenko getting inverted, it doesn't give now Trossard an option of going wider, like finding someone to his left, where you'd see a conventional fullback run out.
Because Trossard got to do all the work himself, which he can do, but it's easier said than done.
Mm-hmm.
Especially against Everton, who like to defend for their lives.
That's what they've been doing.
Yeah. There's Saka.
And on the overlap there is Ben White playing the ball across. It's fallen to Rice. He's going to try and get it onto his right foot. Shot was blocked. Still in play. Still looks dangerous. Cross coming in. Can we get ahead on it? Not this time. I think ball came off. Ben White lost.
No, it's they're going back. It's a goal kick.
Yeah, flicked off Ben White, and it was away.
Okay, thought the corner didn't. The ball didn't come to anything. Ben White was okay.
So I've been dealing with cramp in my left side for the last 10 minutes. This is not good.
You're just like Martinelli.
Stop the host.
We've had 2 injuries then, if you include us.
Yep. Arsenal trying to put the defender under pressure here. It's a difficult situation. Did find touch, but it's going to be an Arsenal throw on here. I'm going to have to turn my camera off for a second. I need to stretch.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
Whilst
this has never happened before. Jeez.
We're in. There's an injury to the Guna Gathering team now. Zinchenko with the throw in. Okay. Ball goes out of play there.
I will be back with you, Posh. Don't worry.
Oh no, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm just really old.
I've done solo streams before, sir. There's Ben White. Who has the ball?
Just have a look with the
to
adjustment here.
To our midfielders, Zinchenko.
Going to keep moving. It's going to take more than that to rule me out of this game.
There we go. You come back with your ribs taped up and everything, like in the wrestling.
Absolutely. So that's Ben White. Nice little bit of play amongst them there. Who will just give it away that last moment. Everton on the breakaway.
Yeah, they're on the break here. Hopefully we can deal with this.
Saliba sees it out. Does very well.
No, they're going back because it's a goal kick.
Benjama, I think that was with the drive on the Everton left.
Good defending by Saliba.
Yeah.
Did it come off it? No, I thought it'd be a corner to Everton there. I thought
no, you just saw it out. Saliba just
even
shepherded it out.
And
there's Ben White. Ben White giving the ball. Sorry, not Ben White. It was Declan Rice giving the ball away.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
His perfect record's gone now.
Yeah. Cross coming in. Good hands,
David Raya. If we conceded a goal starting off with Declan Rice giving the ball away, then obviously that would be really bad.
That'd be the stream over, I think.
Yeah.
It's clobbering time.
Oh my word. And there is Stone Cold Sean Dyche.
Ah, hell yeah.
Well, it's hell no for us at the moment because we're still drawing. Okay,
It's
Raya.
been heaven for Raya. 30
Yeah.
minutes gone. 0-0. Perfect debut so far.
We've got the half an hour mark now. Still 0-0, although we had a goal ruled out for offside, which I thought was the right decision. So we've been the dominant side in possession. We just need to score to make it count.
Yeah. Scorer of that goal, Martinelli, off the field. Trossard has replaced him.
Oh yes, of course. You keep giving the ball away now. Here come Everton.
It's charging through us. Half a penalty shout there, mate.
No, didn't see much in there.
Odegaard
got back
gets
up,
the ball
so...
back, and we've given it away again.
Why?
It was
What are we
Zinchenko.
doing?
Long range blast.
Oh,
Hit Gabriel.
It's the
Thanks,
physicality in
you're
the
not over.
Everton team. It's coming back to us now.
And a good save from Rayo again.
It was a pretty tame effort from Ghana there, but
Yeah.
Raya easily dealt with it.
But I want to give the keeper his credit. Nerves and everything can happen on a debut. He's done all right so far.
I know.
Saka taken out.
Free kick. See, it's the physicality from Everton that gave them an advantage here. You could see it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
And that's why there's arguments whether Fabio Vieira is the right midfielder for that.
Mm-hmm. Which is why I thought, Havertz is actually a good player for here, but then that's my shout, and obviously...
We seem to have looked a bit better, though, and more fluid when he's not there.
We shall see how it pans out. We have a free kick here. Hopefully we'll see Saka's up. I want to see him up and running. Odegaard, the captain, with a free kick. Taking it left-footed, going towards the goal. Headed out by Everton. I think that's going to be a throw-on for Arsenal.
And there goes Ben White to take the throw. Come on, get on with it, son. Ooh.
And comes to absolutely Zippo.
Nothing
at all
for an
this
Odegaard,
time.
but he went a bit wide.
Yeah. There it is. There's the graphic for next week.
Yeah, and Tottenham have been very good.
Well,
they
got
to
a
be
result
fair,
out of the bin yesterday.
When I found out there was like 15 minutes of added time when they played Sheffield United, I thought, yeah, they're going to come back, aren't they? Because football's cruel like that.
Of course they do. Looks like it's a slightly earlier kickoff, though. I think we've got the earlier Sunday game next week. Just sort of going to rest my voice a little bit while we're putting the ball around our defenders a little bit.
Okay, once again, it's us with the most possession. Haven't scored, though, apart from Martinelli's goal that was ruled out for offside. And, of course, Martinelli's been taken off. Probably a precaution, I think. And Trossard has come on, but he's not had most of the ball. Most of the action's been at Saka's end.
Yeah, saying that, it could fall to him this time.
He could be on.
Zinchenko plays the ball and it's just intercepted. I think we were reading the play, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure Trossard was.
No, well, I think he should have passed it to him. But I don't know where that pass went from Zinchenko.
Ball is in the hands of Pickford.
Mm.
And he's gone direct. Bit of a nothing sort of play here. Fabio down in a heap. What happened to Vieira there?
Yeah, told you, physical battle, and and it won't work.
And down goes Vieira.
He's gone back up, so that's all right. But again, I
think the early flow. There's Martinelli. The early flow that we had in the game has been disrupted a little bit, perhaps somewhat due to the injury and the change.
And the goal that was disallowed.
Yeah. Interesting looking fixture list coming up in Premier League. Tottenham and Bournemouth, then Manchester City coming up on the 8th of October.
Oh, yes.
Now Saka's down.
Oh, my word. And he's clutching his knee.
So it's late on the follow through again.
Yeah.
Number 19, it's Decorah, isn't it?
I hope he's okay. You're helping him back up. That's encouraging.
Yeah, and he's walking on it.
Yeah.
That's Mylenko. There we go. That's who went into it. No free kick though. It was a drop ball, and an Everton drop ball at that. Bit of a stressful time so far, everybody.
It's our flow of the game has been disrupted. I completely agree with you. And now I think Everton are going to find that opportunity to try and do something here.
Decent defending there. Stopped Everton from going forward. Arsenal with the possession back. Kind of been my thoughts here at the moment is, as we're getting closer to half time, keeping it as we are and then thinking about where we are.
What's this? You constantly keep giving it away. Look at this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a case of just trying to get hold of the ball again, isn't it? And trying to be sensible with it.
Everton have got a free kick.
It's a foul given against Rice, I think. All right, here we go. McNeil plays it relatively short. Now cross coming in. But Arsenal will get it away. Zinchenko. Oh, Christ.
God. This is absolutely useless.
It wasn't the best pass, I'd say that. I'd refrain from the useless just at the moment.
Come on, let's counter-attack.
Well, counter-attack is what they're trying to do. Keeping the ball's always a good idea as well. That's what they're trying.
So if you pass it to him, it would have gone for offside.
There's the crossfield now. Saka with a little bit of room for a couple of seconds. Where is he going? He's Rice playing it to Ben White. Again, the body's all around the ball. There's at least 3 around the ball. White with a bit of an effort.
No. Straight at Pickford. They think they're England teammates again. Hit it straight to him.
Ben's not renowned for his goal scoring ability, is he?
No.
Did get a couple last season.
Against Brentford, I remember. Not Brentford, Bournemouth, sorry.
Oh yes, the one with the technology helping out. Into the last 5 minutes of the first half now. And yeah, it's fair to say chances have been limited for both sides. Patient build up from Arsenal here. Perhaps they're a little patient, more patient than myself and Bertie. Ben White. There's Saliba. Looking for that ball. Saliba's trying to find it now. Looking for Saka. Doesn't fall to him, but
he's got it back though.
Erdogan wins the ball back. Rice trying to get past the defender, playing it wide. That's White and Saka linking up there. Zinchenko with his left foot looking to drive it. He was thinking about it. Trossard.
It's nice from Trossard.
Just gone back briefly. Gabriel involved up in the play. But there's so many players behind the ball. There's no room. It's just like the Man United game.
As Rice do, he gives it to Ben White. Saka.
Just needs to change of pace from somewhere. Just needed a little break of the ball. We didn't quite get it there. Maybe this time. The pace is not really in the game, is it? Lots of passing around with no threat at the moment. Finding space. Zinchenko. Quite slow at the moment. Back onto the other side. Ben White. Trying to give him options, but everyone's well marked. Everton doing a decent job defensively on us at the moment. Now Zinchenko in the D. Oh, possible here.
Come on.
He might quite win it back here. Maybe Declan can. It just looked like for a second there was space there. But Everton, like they've been doing all half, defending well.
Good ball though.
The possibilities were there. Last minute of the 45. Arsenal stop Everton from going forward.
Flag was up anyway.
But there's going to be a couple of minutes with the VAR check and the substitution. So probably about 3 minutes. Let's say 4.
4 minutes.
4 to play. Ball is with Pickford at the moment. He just does a short goal kick out. Trying to play themselves out. Does get intercepted by Saka, and it's a throw on to Everton. Take your time, fellas. Direct pass from Pickford. Trying to take us off guard there, I think. Crossing position for Everton. It's going to take it down. Could have been a problem there. There was a block in their last ditch.
Everton still have it, though. Right.
But now Arsenal intercept it and probably win the free kick in the middle of the park. And a yellow card shown as well. Young. See Trossard here on the ball. And he gets taken out. So the veteran fullback on a booking. That's something we need to possibly take advantage of. Poor pass there.
God's sake!
They're trying to play it into that left-hand channel again, but it was the accuracy just wasn't there. So another player down in the centre circle here.
Referee not doing anything about it. Oh.
I think it's Saliba who's down. I think Beto collided.
Oh, he better not be he better not be seriously injured, because I said we're one Saliba injury away from capitulation.
He's taken one in the face.
Right.
Again, nothing malicious about it. It's just what happens when you're fighting in the middle of the park there. This half trundles along to a finish. It's been hard watch over the last 10 minutes. Arsenal have not had their pace in the game. Perhaps we can find something right in the death of it. If we can get a cross in here.
Cross the ball.
Well, he does. Finds Ben White. But again, the players, there's so many bodies about. There's no room for anyone. Wow, this has been disappointing.
It started off so well as well, and then the injury to Martinelli happens, and we just looked a bit more sloppier.
Is that it? Is that the half time? I think it is.
Yep, very hard watch. Apart from the first few minutes, the disallowed goal happened, and we've been a bit sloppier since. So overall, it's quite a difficult half to watch, don't you think?
Yeah, Absolutely. Arsenal with no real momentum anywhere, really. It's especially that last half, the second half of the first half, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
But we'll look into, there's two things we'll talk about. Firstly, I think it's probably right to mention our goalkeeper, who settled down. His first touches were good. He's had no errors. Ray has done a good job so far.
If you absolutely, I think Ray has had a decent game. But if you don't mind, I'm going to get a top up of water now. So just give me a few seconds.
Okay. Bertie will be back after this break. Here you go. Let me just remove him from the stage for just a moment. Give him a chance to go and have a bit of a break. So, people in the chat, what do you guys think? As Bertie mentioned, it's been a bit of a struggle. Arsenal, I think, struggled to find any momentum, certainly in that last bit of play. I think the flow of play was disrupted with Martinelli coming off. Trossard is on. A lot of people want Trossard to play a bit more. He's got a bit of game time today. So let's see. Maybe it's one of these games we are just going to have to be a little bit patient with. In the middle of the park, I thought Declan Rice again tidy. He's made some interceptions. He's performed quite well in the centre of the park. As for Everton, I don't really think they've had that much thrown our way. It's all been possession for Arsenal without an awful lot of stuff going towards the Pickford's goal. That's just how I see it at the moment. If you are new to Gooner Gathering, welcome. Hello, Spence. It's nice to see you there, mate. Interesting take. I'm sure my broadcast colleague's going to agree with this one, saying that the game needs Havertz and Jesus. Well, I would say maybe. Of course, Jesus made a difference against Man United. Arsenal trying to nurse him back from his injury. Of course, he played a few minutes for Brazil over the break. Hello, mate. He's back.
Hello.
Break. How are you? You all right?
Yes, I'm fine. Got myself some more water.
You got some water in there.
This important second half where we need a goal.
So, would you make a Spencer's comment in the chat there? Game needs Havertz and Jesus.
Well, I think the game needs Jesus more because Nketiah has been completely quiet. And I know some Arsenal fans do want to see Havertz just so he can probably have a stinker and they can still have their spreadsheets and their graphs at the ready to show you how much flick-ons he's won and how he's actually been a decent player when he hasn't been.
Do you have to every blinking time?
Well, I'm just saying, no player has been overanalyzed this much as Kai Havertz.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit weird. Like you don't see, we haven't done it with Rice or Timber when he was playing for us, or even one of our players.
To be fair, actually, I think
like
Timber did get his fair share of analysis. Actually, like in my view, because he was one that we weren't really sure on. We haven't really seen much of.
No, but I meant like in every game, you see these fans bring up these graphs and these spreadsheets or whatever, saying, "Oh, look at how much off-the-ball flick-ons and layoffs Kai Havertz has had. He's really good, honest." And these graphs come up, and like you don't see that with any player in any team apart from Kai Havertz. And
do you need to throw it at me every single time though? Because I don't believe I put or said anything like that ever in one of my streams.
No, but it's a case of lots of Arsenal fans trying to desperately convince themselves that he's good.
I think you're going to have to accept the fact that at the stage, mate, he's going to be part of the squad. And
I get that.
I do encourage you to be a little bit patient, if you possibly can.
I've seen him play at Chelsea for 3 years. I know what he's like. How he plays in the Premier League. But he probably might come on in the second half, probably. So we'll have to see how he does. He might win the game for us. Who knows? And that's when I will give credit.
Well, bearing that we are at half time 0-0, do you think it's likely that we're going to make changes for the second half, or do you think he might just hold fire for a little bit?
Knowing Arteta, probably not, considering that he's already had to make a change in the first half. And they're showing the disallowed goal here.
Yeah. They're saying it wasn't. Hang on, let me just read what it's saying on the screen. So with the offside goal there, they're talking it's Nketiah's trailing leg that they gave the offside flag for. It was tight, is what the argument is on the telly right now.
Well, I think I kind of saw it. You could see Nketiah there. He was offside. I think even I can see that.
I think you mentioned that Nketiah has not really done anything. Has he been?
Well,
given
he was responsible for an offside goal.
Well, has he been given the ball? And I'd suggest probably not a lot. I'd like to see his touches on the ball has he actually had much of that play? Possibly not. Well, let's go for the positive. We haven't conceded a goal. It's nice having that back four as consistent as we've been wanting to see. The only slight complaint I have, I mentioned it during the play, is that when first of all it was Martinelli, then it was Trossard having the ball on the left hand side. He didn't really have much of an out on his left when Zinchenko does what he does and goes into the middle.
Yeah, and I just think it was ever since the disallowed goal and the injury, we've just been a bit more sloppy, which is not looking good.
No, that's fair enough. Well, look, if you wouldn't mind, just for the moment, Posh, if you could hold the fort for a moment as I go and have my little break for half time, I will be back with you very shortly.
No worries. Just second half is coming up in a minute now. It's just stressful to watch us underperform like this. And you got teams like Tottenham, Liverpool, Aston Villa, Brighton, and even though they lost this week, even West Ham outperforming a lot of our players. And we're struggling against Everton. Well, the second half is coming up in a minute. It's still 0-0. Trossard has come on for Martinelli, and Arsenal had a goal ruled out for offside, which in my opinion was the correct decision. I think Jesus, I know I said give him a rest ahead of the Champions League, but Eddie has not offered a single thing, and it's time for Jesus to come on. Someone said we've been toothless. Yeah, we were looking good in the early stages. Then the goal happened, and ever since the disallowed goal happened, and then we've been a bit more toothless since. It's, yeah. And Gunali Meads is back with us today. Hello.
How you doing, mate?
I'm just
Oh, I
waiting
didn't
for
want
the
to interrupt the conversation you were having.
Sorry?
So I thought you were in full flow there, mate. I didn't want to stop you.
Oh no, I'm all right. I'm just waiting for the second half, and then I'll be able to get into gear a little bit.
Excellent. I think it's probably good to talk about the fact that one thing I thought we weren't great at against Man United, the defensive side of things, and obviously we obviously conceded quite early on in that game at our place. At least on the positive side of what we're doing today, we haven't conceded and really given Everton any chance to make anything happen on their side.
Yes, but I've seen plenty of games like this, not just Arsenal, with other teams, where they're the dominant team in the first half, yet in the second half, the opposition goes and scores, and they end up winning the game. So, we've got to be cautious here. But it's.
If I told you you're the prophet of doom sometimes, mate.
No, it's true. I'm not being the prophet of doom. I'm stating facts because I've seen it plenty of times, and ever since the disallowed goal, we've not been great. But we started off very well. We just need to have that, play like we did before the disallowed goal, and hopefully we can have something going.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, hopefully the second half was not a million miles away. I don't think it's that bad.
Presentation I was forced to sit through this morning. Okay. Chelsea is trash and have been trash for 3 years. They've been trash ever since they sacked Tuchel. Yeah, I'm definitely being a prophet of doom. Lee is right. I've seen Arsenal constantly fail for years. So, you have seen us win more silverware than I have. You've seen us win Premier Leagues. I haven't. I'm used to them not being as great as they were back in the day. So, I'm used to seeing one thing. You're probably used to seeing something else. I just want to, and let's not forget, our record against Everton is not good at all. So I just hopefully wish that we do end up winning the game. But look, we'll have to wait and see. We've got to bring Jesus on. Bring Jesus on. That's my advice.
So you're bringing him on, and I presume, I think what you're going to say, Nketiah are off.
Yeah, because he's been incredibly quiet and hasn't offered anything.
Again, has he had the ball? That was my argument.
Well, he was responsible for the offside goal.
It's a harsh thing to bring him off for. But be that as it may, turn that frown upside down, says Spencer. So let's see if he can do that in the second half. I'm still confident. I don't think Everton, as good as they've been for restricting us, I don't think it's gonna end like this as a 0-0. I still think.
We'll have to. Everton are a tough team when it comes to these fixtures. Everton have been shocking all season.
Mm-hmm.
So we should be winning this game. But Everton are doing a good job defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I think they've done a really good job doing what they've done in keeping their chances to a minimum. Here we go, an Everton penalty claim here from the first half. What do you make of that? Decore 16 going taken down there.
Let's see what happens
here. Saka. No, not Saka. Saliba, sorry.
Bit of a late challenge there.
Gonna have to do something about my light on my tally. Hold on.
So, I don't really know. I don't think it was it would be.
That's better. That's better. I can see things now. Right. The sun's setting a little bit here in sunny Chelmsford. And
At least it's sunny somewhere.
well, it hasn't been all day. It's been a bit miserable, in fairness.
And that's just from watching Arsenal play today.
Oh, God, he's so hilarious. That's that dry humour I have you on the stream for. Yeah. Well, I can tell you, just having a quick look at the pitch just a second ago, I'm pretty sure I just saw Nketiah out there with the rest of the lads.
Yeah, I expected it, to be fair.
Just had a little shot of Jorginho there, coming out afterwards, obviously with his sub gear still on. Players are on the field. I think we are nearly ready to go. Everton are going to kick us off this time. Arsenal shoot in from right to left this time. And here we go. Game, I think we will probably agree Arsenal absolutely have to win.
Yeah.
And there's Nketiah
coming up, and Man City coming up.
Arsenal getting involved straight away. Trossard. Zinchenko to his wide left. Nice. That's better. That's what I was talking about during the break. Arsenal first 30 seconds look bright. Brighter than the second half.
We need to see more of that.
Yeah, better the second half of that first half. That was better. There's that ball into the penalty area. Ball across. Oh. Dangerous ball, that. Love to see who that came off. Tack it. Still on.
Come on.
Good save, Pickford.
Good save by Pickford. It's still in play, though. Oh, for God's sake, Fabio. Decent from us so far already.
Vieira involved with the play there with the ball across the penalty area. They tried to play into the centre. There's Ødegaard. The shot palmed away from by Pickford. But better from Arsenal. Already better. Just make sure we're tuned in defensively here. Play it down for Everton. Better, I think. So he's been given a free kick here. I think Fabio is getting talked to here. Hold on. Wait a minute. Right, so Gabriel, yellow card.
Gabriel's been booked. Let's see what's happened.
There's nothing.
You can't give a yellow card for that.
For standing there.
He bumped into him. No, something isn't right today.
That is a joke of a decision.
Imagine this goal goes in.
Card. Everton with the free kick. Ashley Young takes it. It's prodded away. Decore against White here. Keeping possession for Everton. And they move it back to the halfway line where Ashley Young keeps the ball and playing a deep ball to the left-hand side. But it's gone. I don't know if that's a free kick given on Ben White, perhaps.
I think it's a goal kick.
Oh, I have an issue here. If I'm not careful, you are going to lose my pictures. Posh, take the.
No worries. So it was a goal kick, I reckon. Reyes there. Gabriel, who's now on a yellow card for an Everton player running into him. Makes perfect sense. There's Saliba. Patient build-up from us, I reckon, which is what we need. Saliba to Ben White. That's Saka. Right, Gabriel. That's not Gabriel, sorry. Come on. That's a decent ball there. Saka. In the box now. Trossard. Is that Trossard? Ben White.
Right. I think we'd be all right now.
Okay.
Hopefully I'm back at the right time.
Yeah,
Zinchenko gets a block.
Oh, no. Blocked. Ambitious effort.
Pickford would have been worried on that, I think. Good direction on the shot from Zinni. Bit more intent here, first 5 minutes. Little indecision there for the first time, Raya. Do deal with it okay, though. And they cleverly play the ball off an Everton player for a throw on to Arsenal.
Right. Zinchenko.
If you could kindly do that left back position like you just did, then it gives us a bit of an out ball.
Gabriel's on the wing.
Yeah.
And Zinchenko's in midfield.
It's not Martinelli, unfortunately.
No.
Hopefully we'll hear at the end of the game how serious Martinelli's situation is. So we bundle into the penalty area. We have the ball back, and Zinchenko in the middle of the field, playing it wide to Trossard. Can he get a ball in? If he put it into his right foot, cross come in. Not this time. Arsenal still with the possession, and Zinchenko looking to the other side in the centre of the park. I see a little bit more pace in the Arsenal play early doors there.
Yeah. Bit more ambitious, I reckon. Well, that wasn't so ambitious. Give it straight to the goalkeeper.
Well, they tried to play the pass to Trossard and went straight to Pickford. And from Pickford, ball goes to an Arsenal head. But only as far as the Everton number 10 here. They're going to try. No, we intercept it, and we're a couple of players down. I think it's a little messy. Ashley Young back with the ball with Everton. But that play is cut out as the ball just goes out of play. I think Braithwaite tries to play that sort of that diagonal to the wide left for Everton. Did you see that stat? Braithwaite was on loan at PSV last season.
Yeah.
I'm trying to recall if we saw him in the Europa League or not.
I can't remember. I know PSV beat us at their ground. That was when they had Gakpo and Xavi Simons, though. They've lost a few key players.
Yeah, absolutely. The little stumble in the middle of the park there, and I think it was Nketiah. I'm not sure he got his footing right there, but we continue on. Ball coming to the right-hand side. I always feel we're quite dangerous on the right with Saka there. There's that ball in. Oh,
go on!
Just played into the
Nketiah, he just stood there.
It was scrambled away by Everton's defenders.
Yeah, but Nketiah just stood there.
He was trying to get the ball down. You like wanting to jump on him at every second. What's wrong with you?
But I'm seeing it with my own eyes. Eddie Nketiah stood there and did nothing.
Vieira again. The ball out of play. Everton. And Zinchenko will take the throw on here. Here's Vieira. He plays the ball off the defender again.
Yeah, let's have Nketiah mark Everton's tallest player there. That makes.
He's in the penalty area. What do you want him to do?
Well, it's more of Braithwaite marking Nketiah, but you know, the height difference is just extraordinary, though. If you go into the box and head the ball in, it's going to end one way.
That's why I thought Vieira being in the side for Havertz was a strange decision. But there you are. I'm just concerned my phone is playing me up here. So my thoughts are, obviously, they just showed the stat on the screen, Nketiah, one of the less touches in the ball. He's not had the ball. He's not had the ball up in the middle of the park. So what do you expect him to do?
Saka is now there. Rice. Well, Nketiah could have got the ball in that chance there that led to the throw-in, and he didn't.
Trossard is in now.
He's good. Trossard.
Playing the ball across. Empty space. Oh.
Good defending
Good from Trossard. Good ball in from Trossard. Also well done for Everton because they managed to get the ball away.
Yeah. Who was that who found Trossard there? Was it Rice?
I'm not sure. I'll have to see it again. It was a good ball across.
Oh, there you go. Trossard found that gap there.
It sort of got a heel of one of the Everton defenders.
Here's a heel turn.
Oh,
but it was a goal kick, though.
Just going to take this up for a minute. Because I'm not altogether sure my phone's very happy. I think I'll be all right. Sorry about that. I'll say this, it is a blessing to have a couple of other options on the bench. Other attacking options. We're talking about Reece Nelson, who, in fairness, did very well in his little cameo against Man United. We still have Jesus on the bench. I do expect him to come on in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's nice with Jesus back to have an extra option. Especially a fresh Gabriel Jesus against an Everton defence that have been running around for a good while. Arsenal looking good again.
Come on. Nketiah.
Deflected out, and I think that's a corner.
Right, okay.
I think that might be Nketiah's first effort on goal.
And there we go. Let's see.
Difficult position for him to score.
Yeah.
But I want to credit the defender there who got in the way.
Yeah. Everton have been good defensively. I'll give them credit there.
Yeah.
Especially in this half.
Yeah.
Come on.
This might be one of them. A set piece could make a difference. It did against United.
Which is why you shouldn't take it short, which we haven't.
Blast in from Zinchenko. Another corner, I think.
Another corner. Come on!
It's one of them. I think it took a couple of bumps along the way beyond the byline. See Arteta deep in conversation there, potentially a substitution on the way. And another corner for Arsenal. A short one here. Trossard, I think. Setting it up for Zinchenko.
Wasteful.
I think Zinni's saying checking. Checking for a handball. Checking for a handball.
What's
Zinni's
going
getting
on
a bit
here, though?
aggressive. I'll tell you, I don't like that.
Yeah? Was it deliberate, though?
Arguable.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Outside the box.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't give VAR decisions for free kicks, can you?
I'm not sure. Looks like it's going to be
No.
Fabio over the corner.
Are they playing it short again?
Or is it going to be Odegaard?
I know they're gonna pass it to each other. Yeah.
Zinchenko again with the influence in the ball. Back out, Zinni. Vieira's got time to get across in. He has. It's a good one. But header out by the Everton player, and it's in the hands of Pickford.
And the hour mark's gone. Everton are going to counter.
Good distribution from Pickford. I'll give him that. But Arsenal have gotten themselves back into a defensive position. They backed themselves up in a defensive position. An ass kicking out them. Heavyweight or bantam. Sorry.
I'm glad you're having fun. Everton still have the ball.
New Nick. I'm about to make you famous. So, it's the words that my wife said to me before we started the stream. Make sure you have fun.
Because we need it. What could be more fun is we need to win this game. Get a goal. We've looked good in this second half so far, but we've not scored.
Indeed. But we have looked better this half. I do feel it's only a matter of time. And if nothing else, I'm going to enjoy putting that little remix up on TikTok later on.
Yeah, it's probably the highlight of the game so far.
Yeah, it might be safe to say there might not be a highlights package up from like we did on the Man United game. I was very proud of that piece of work, I must say. That was not a brilliant ball. Especially when you've got Tarkowski there, who's a good defender.
Was that Zinchenko who made it to Vieira?
I'd
argue Zinchenko has 2 wasteful shots and a poor pass.
My take on the Zinchenko one, I'm not his biggest fan defensively, but do you know what? This half, he's been very influential, and he's had, in moments, I think Jesus is coming on as well.
Okay, Calvert-Lewin's coming on for Everton, though. And that's,
I was just going to say, I think I caught my eyes on Calvert-Lewin there as well. So the number 9s are heading up on the field. So, in the words of the great Jim Ross, business, I think, is going to pick up.
I hope so. Come on, win that. Oh, give away a free kick to Everton.
No, before the changes, looks like Everton are going to take this free kick. It's Youngie on the ball. I got to say something about Ashley Young, because the way he keeps it up in that pace of the game for a 38-year-old is actually quite incredible.
Yeah.
He's always been a hell of an athlete. Free transfer from Aston Villa last summer. Arsenal defender in the penalty area down. Why is the referees not stopping that? That looked like a head injury.
Because it's Arsenal, doesn't it? Right.
Who
is that? Is that Gabriel?
Yes, it is. My feelings are the referee stopped that about 5 seconds too late. But it's Tarkowski on the follow up there.
He almost landed on his head there.
That might not be a great thing for him.
If he gets injured, we have injuries to Martinelli and Gabriel going in the Champions League. Not forgetting Partey and Timber as well.
That's right. I mean, at least you can't whinge about
Everton are
Holden,
making a change. There you go. Jesus is coming on.
So yeah, it's Nketiah off.
It's the right decision, in my opinion.
Oh, unless that's the Everton ball, of course. No, it is. It's Nketiah off. Jesus on. Okay. So the Brazilian on for the Englishman. Well, he's had the big build-up. Let's see if he can...
Yeah. Calvert-Lewin's on for Beto or Beto.
How funny is that? Both same squad numbers off and on. 14, Beto off, and 19, Calvert-Lewin on. With the Phantom of the Opera mask, by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Shades of the Undertaker. What a reference that was.
Throw in there. Looks like it.
Yeah. Towards the Gladys Street end here. There's the throw in the penalty area. Missed kick and a half there, but it's fallen to Everton. Ooh. Just over the bar.
One of the closest chances of the game, that.
Over the bar. Calvert-Lewin involved straight away with the setup for the shot. Okay, 66 minutes on the clock. Again, Arsenal on the right as well. I want to say I'm on the ball, but not a great bit of play there. Bit of a mess. Where's it going? Corner. I think Saka got a bit of a lucky bounce there. Because it looked like he lost control of the ball, but then maybe a lucky bounce. Maybe that lucky bounce might be the one that eventually wins us the game.
Who knows? Oh, they're going to take it short again.
Seventh corner of the game. He might be a decoy runner. But they play the cross in. No. Calvert-Lewin helping out his defenders there. Saliba winning the defensive header, and then Trossard. He's got to be a bit careful in that part of the field. He does well. And he finds Saka. There's a little bit more space. Another corner, eighth corner, I think. What can they make from this? Just looking at the shot here. I'm looking at Rice. I'm looking at Gabriel.
Can Rice get that goal like he did against United?
Can Gabriel get a crucial goal like he's done on our previous streams against Fulham? That's what I was thinking.
It won't happen if we take it short.
And if they don't aim for Leno. It's a short one again, but they're going to try and get the cross in. No, they're not. They're going to give it to Fabio Vieira. Tries to get it on the other side. No. Crossing position here. Saka played
Come
across.
on.
Shot,
Come on.
goal.
Yes! And
Wow,
it's
what a goal that
Trossard.
was from nowhere. It's Trossard.
And it's Trossard. There we go. One of our best attackers. That is the crucial goal that we need. Hopefully, it won't be a screwy VAR decision out of nowhere again. But
No, look.
in the 69th minute as well. Nice.
Nice.
Oh,
Can I just say, it was a short corner that worked, Posh.
it was. Started off from it.
The pass in that play, I think
lovely
Saka
finish
to
from
Trossard.
Trossard.
Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the pass inside of Ødegaard to Saka, plays it
Yeah.
inside the penalty area. Trossard ready to do it. It was in good form for Belgium during the international break. First time left-footed shot, and Trossard makes it 1-0 to the Arsenal. I've got no doubts on this goal, by the way. I have absolutely no doubts on this one at all. I'm surprised you're not running around your house, mate.
Well, there's winning against Man United in the very last kick of the game, and then there's winning against an Everton side that are out of form. That's not in the last kick of the game when you've got plenty of time left for twists in the tail.
Indeed. So, updated score ticker. I can't see you. There we go. That's better. There we go. 1-0 to Arsenal. 69 minutes gone. As Posh rightly said, quite possibly the best time to score.
Where's that creepy meme photo of Arsene Wenger that I have? Where is it?
Oh, goodness me. He's busy trying to do memes.
Where is it? I do have it. I think I have it twice in my camera roll.
Look at that. He's looking for creepy pictures of Arsene Wenger around his back end.
I had one. Like someone edited him smiling to make it look really, really massive.
It's not the creepy smile when you were about to announce Ozil was a signing, was it?
No, where is it? I need to hurry up before an equaliser probably happens.
Well, they are on the attack here. Arsenal do intercept it and get the ball beyond the halfway line. So I think you're right for a couple of seconds.
Actually, I think I have a... There we are.
See how this play develops. There's a little bit of space here for Everton, but the shot goes for a corner to Everton. It's their first corner.
There you go.
Very direct.
Just on a tweet.
Very direct. Have you just put that on Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it'd probably be easier putting it up on the back end here, then I can see it too.
No, it's nothing like inappropriate or anything. Well, if you argue the 69 joke is but mind you, Everton have got a corner here. We've got to be careful there.
All right, here it comes. Whatever happens, it's an Arsenal player down there. I think, is it Ødegaard? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got one right in the mouth. It's bloody as well.
Oh, he's busted open.
I think so.
Oh.
But yeah, balls with Raya. Raya nearly spoiling his debut appearance by leaking it on Instagram earlier on today.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
What did he do? I didn't see this.
That's all right. I'm all over the socials, mate. I see everything.
Yeah. Don't put it in your own net. Thank you.
How are Everton going to respond? Trossard again with the momentum of playing still on the left-hand side. There's Gabriel. Arsenal finding Saka. Ben White on the overlap. Ødegaard involved. Space for a cross. Space for the cross. On it comes. Vieira pokes the left foot at it. Unfortunately, it wasn't great. I'm thinking a bit of a tactical switch here. Now that we have that goal.
Go on. Are you thinking of you thinking it's Jorginho time, or are you thinking of something else?
I'm thinking Jorginho for Vieira. Just to play in front of that back line. So then you've got Declan up with Odegaard.
Two DMs.
Yeah, sorry. Take it, Posh, go.
2 CDMs in Jorginho and Rice.
2 pivots, if you will.
Or, like I said, do what my tactic that I always mention.
So Arsenal since '87 makes a comment just now. If Eddie is the answer, then I don't want to know what the question is. A little bit unfair.
Just as you think we have the answers, Eddie changes the questions. And
do you know what? Sorry, Posh, you finish your sentence. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I did a reference to Roddy Piper there.
I got the Roddy Piper reference.
That was what I was saying.
Thank you. I find it very, very curious. I love Eddie, as you know, and it's not even a bit. I think he's a homegrown striker. He's also scored a few goals this season, particularly at home, right? He's also had a few assists. The minute he doesn't have a decent game, he didn't have a lot of touches in the game, and yes, I know Jesus is on the field now. It almost feels like they're ready to jump on him, and it really bothers me that happens.
Well, maybe he needs to have this is good. Go on, Jesus. Oh.
Taken down in the area? No?
No. The game's opened up here on both sides.
Certainly has, and it's out on the Everton right now. Zinchenko is up there with him on the left back position.
Is anybody home for Everton though? It looks like it.
A wild shot coming in there from Gunner.
Into Rose. I know it's the Rugby World Cup that's happening at the moment, but this is football we're watching.
I mean, and I don't appear to be one. I'm not singling out anyone. It's just the point. It's just a feeling that I have when I look around social media as well. It's like people are ready to jump on Nketiah at any given moment. Where actually, especially his Emirates form is really good, particularly when he starts. He's
done hardly anything all game though today.
I'm not going to argue that point, Posh, because I know he didn't have many touches, but also he can only do something with the ball when he's got it.
Oh, come on!
So it looks like me and Arsenal since '87 are having a back and forth. We'll get to it.
Come on!
Arsenal through and goal. Good save.
Oh, goal, rebound.
Vieira must score. No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. He wasn't going to do that. Good block, though, from Everton. But he took his time there.
Let's give Pickford a bit of credit here. Was that Odegaard with the initial go?
Yeah. Oh, Trossard should have got there in time for the rebound.
But the ball fell to Vieira, and it's a really good slide from the Everton defender.
Should have maybe passed it over there, maybe to his. Was it to his left? I think, and maybe we could have got something else going.
Mm-hmm. And I don't mind criticism, and I don't mind debate. Nketiah's 4 goals in 30 appearances last season. It's not personal. It's not the answer in Arsenal since '87's opinion. Well, I'm afraid, like it or not, until the January window, I can't believe I'm saying this, maybe a week after the transfer window's closed, he is one of our options that we are going to have to get used to, because he ain't going to get anyone else in.
I think there is possible for us to get a striker in January, but whether we're going to do that or not is another question.
And I think if it's the one I think you're on about, possibly could happen. I also felt it was never going to happen if you're referring to one Ivan Toney.
Another option could be Ollie Watkins, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, Watkins is a great striker as well. I do like him. He's yet to score.
He'd suit the way we play.
Yet to score this season, but again, he's had assists. I don't see Watkins getting the criticism that Nketiah gets, for example.
Because we don't support Aston Villa. We support Arsenal.
No, I meant generally social media.
Oh, okay. All go on Trossard. Oh.
So they tried to catch Pickford out because he was outside of his penalty area there, but Everton do okay. And in fact, it is a free kick to the Goodison side.
But yeah, I don't see. Well, I mostly follow Arsenal-related things on social media. That's why I don't see much criticisms of Ollie Watkins. If I was an Aston Villa fan, I'd probably be saying something along the lines of, "Why isn't Ollie Watkins scoring? I don't like it."
Interesting substitutions coming up here.
Oh, boy. I think Tommy Anthony's on.
So I think we're going for a conventional left back-ish in Tommy.
Yeah, Zinni's up.
And
we're making decent substitutions in regards to height, which is what we've been lacking because Everton have got some tall players.
Yeah, I said that right at the start of the game, didn't I? With Vieira in for Havertz. Havertz now on the field. Good big piece of work to play here for Havertz.
I had a feeling he was going to come on at some point.
He needs to dominate that midfield place.
Yeah.
Had a tough time for Germany, of course, in the international break. James Gardner on for Everton, for Decorah. Young English prospect on the field for Everton. 10 minutes of the 90 left. Tactical switch for Everton as well.
We're going to get some stoppage time, aren't we?
Yeah, as is the way, mate. As is the way. You spoke about it at the top of the show.
Way, especially with the new rules in place.
Yeah. But tactical changes for both sides here. McNeil's going right to the left. I don't see Tomiyasu acting as a free inverted left back. I really hope not. Anyway, please, Tommy. No, Tommy, no. I give up.
Tomiyasu's not a midfielder. That's good from Havertz, though. He managed to clear that away.
Do you know?
Let's see if it starts an attack.
I said a naughty word then. I very nearly, in my first time in my YouTube career, nearly said a naughty word.
Oh, dear.
I didn't know.
No.
Well played, Havertz. Interception on the defensive player.
If you were going to say a naughty word, just mute your mic like I did.
You know me, mate. You know me. I have high standards. Just do it. Towel down here. Towel down, everyone.
Let there be light. There we go.
I'm going to ignore the stats on the screen for Everton because I don't want to curse us. All I know, 8 minutes to play. It's 8 minutes away from a perfect debut for David Raya.
Yeah.
Which is also going to open up a conversation, I would imagine. But let's see how we get on here.
Yeah.
Just the 1 goal lead. Ben White, throw on, nearly at the halfway line for Arsenal. Arteta nearly on the halfway line, much like he was in his Everton days as a player.
You know,
great player he was for Everton as well, by the way.
Yeah.
We saw him very much as a different role when he came to the red and white of Arsenal. I remember Arteta as a very attacking player for Everton. Very much when he joined Arsenal, came as a defensive side midfield.
Yeah, and
in all games.
I was a bit. I remember being a bit confused as to why he signed for Arsenal, but little did I know.
Yeah.
And it was in like the very last minute of deadline day as well. Like it was a very last ditch signing.
He and Pierre Mertesacker signed for Arsenal on the very same day.
As well as careful.
Pinball in the Arsenal penalty area here.
As well as one of our greatest ever left backs, Andre Santos.
Yes, it
Yeah.
It was a season where everything was going quite badly.
Yeah. I'd 8-2 be an Arsenal fan at that time. God.
Oh, goodness me. Imagine Arsenal YouTube that day.
Oh. Imagine Gooner Gathering that day. No, I'm sorry, but I can imagine me raging and you going, it's all right, we've got Traore at left back. It's going to be fine.
Oh, man, Traore getting a shout out in the mix of this Premier League battle with 6 minutes to play. To be fair, this stream's been lively enough.
And that's just the scoreline.
Yeah.
I will say we've played better this second half.
Yeah.
But we've just got to keep it that way.
And so good pass, David Raya,
That's
keeping
good.
the ball in Arsenal's possession, looking to do a counter-attack here. It's good from Arsenal. Havertz involved. Havertz playing the ball very sensibly to Trossard. Crossing position for Havertz. Pickford got his hand to that.
He's kept it in. No. Oh. Let's see that again. He made a good run there. Was that meant to be a cross? I think it might have been.
Yeah, I think he's trying to find far post.
Oh, Didier Drogba. I'm not comparing the two, by the way. Don't worry. Didier Drogba scored a similar goal, I remember, for Chelsea.
Yeah,
when it was
I remember that. I remember it.
Meant to be a cross, but it was in the back of the net.
Good position from Havertz. It's one of the reasons he's on the pitch. I think another reason is physicality in there. Can't let Pickford take his time in his distribution. He's very good on the ball. You need to be careful here. Trossard needs to be excellently careful. He was. Big ball up. It's only fallen to the Everton number 6 there. Trossard getting involved in the tackle there as well. Very good from Trossard. Unfortunately, it couldn't stick. Jesus has just swiped out. Jesus is going to get a red card for that.
Oh, what is happening?
I think Jesus has just punched him.
I didn't see this. Another red card.
He threw a right hook at him.
Oh, my word. Referee's giving him a talking to. Oh, good game, good game. Shaking hands there.
I'd love to see that again. Ashley Young departing. There's the Scottish right back coming on, Patterson. Nathan Patterson on.
Another substitution as well. Making some last-ditch changes, Everton.
But I've got to say, and it's McNeil coming off. And Schmidt, I don't know who he is, sorry. I'm not familiar with him. Striker from Sporting Lisbon, apparently.
Did he play against us then last season?
He may well have done, yeah, perhaps.
Ooh.
So look at this. So Pickford taking this free
from
the halfway line.
Oh, my word. Sam Allardyce.
Pick out Raya. Raya is down.
It's all right.
Free kick given, I think, a foul on Raya. Tarkowski.
Oh. He had the ball. Raya. He had the ball, but an Everton player got in the way and fouled him. So he had the ball, but he lost it via the foul. So.
The camera shoots to Ramsdale.
Ramsdale hoping that Raya makes a last-minute error so he can get back in the side.
No, I don't think that's the case at all.
No. He'll be playing on, he'll play on Wednesday, I reckon.
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure now. And that is a testament, without trying to speak too soon, on how well Ray has done today.
Could we
Yes,
have
it's
a
not-
new number one on our hands?
Yes, he's not had, as it
Hmm.
stays with 88 minutes on the clock, a lot of saves to make. But what he has done, he's collected a lot. He's dealt with back passes very well. The ball's in his hands right now. The new number 22 for Arsenal.
And he hoofs the ball.
Trying to find Havertz, who's he's right up the middle there just for a moment. Supporting Jesus. It's an interesting pairing, that.
Come on, be careful. Well done.
Really want to see that play again with her.
Oh, he's giving it away.
Oh, no.
Well, I was lucky. They got a corner?
I thought that went out clean, but I'm not sure.
Let's see.
Looked like that came off clean from Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
I think it's a goal kick. Yeah, they're walking back, so yeah, it must be. 90 minutes are here. 4 minutes. That's surprising. I thought we were going to get about 7.
Only 4 minutes.
4 minutes to hold on, boys. Sean Dyche is not happy about it.
No, of course he's not. Of course he's not.
Why was it 4 minutes? Should be about 8.
Do you know my thoughts went to Kane and the voice box then, just for a second?
Oh, I was thinking of Marge Simpson's sisters.
Yeah, yeah. Crucial 4 minutes to play here. You come, Raya? Oh, no.
All that fancy stuff.
Hello, Amy. Amy, do you want to say hello to Posh?
Hello.
Hello. I'm currently having a bit of high blood pressure.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, high blood pressure indeed, Amy.
Hello.
Amy, where should people subscribe to?
Subscribe to.
You need to subscribe to Guna
Gathering.
and like and
Subscribe.
good go.
And up the Gooners.
Bless her, she's been very good. She's coming in the 92nd minute. Tomiyasu with the throw on. He didn't get sent off this time for it.
No.
Player down. Jesus down. We've already had one striker down. We don't need to be losing another one.
Yeah. Have we got a free kick out of this? Or is
I think so, by the way they're lining up. Yeah, free kick. Odegaard to Jesus. Right in the corner flag.
Corner flag.
It's a good place to be at this time of the game. However, Everton escape it.
Well done.
Calvert-Lewin only runs out of space, though.
If no, he's got his mask on, that's what it is. That's why he couldn't see the ball properly there.
Feel for him. He's had injury after injury as Calvert-Lewin.
And if he wasn't so injury prone, I reckon he'd be a fantastic player.
I agree.
A few seasons ago, I really liked Calvert-Lewin, and he was linked with us a bit.
Yeah. Rice playing it on the right-hand side. Saka manages to win a throw-on for us. We have 60 seconds left. My voice is lasting longer than I thought it was going to today.
Oh, look. The Everton fans are doing an Arsenal fan.
Well, I've got to say, if I
Don't
was an
leave
Evertonian,
early.
I'd be very disappointed
Don't leave
in that.
early, boys.
It's that corner to
You
Arsenal.
never know what
It
may
is.
happen.
Gladys Street end is emptying. Arsenal have got a corner. Jesus has won it. They have less than 30 seconds to play. This is the moment you want to play a short corner.
Yeah. This is when short corners are actually a useful thing.
And we win another one here.
Careful, Gabby. Don't push
Getting
him.
a little bit physical, and he needs to be
Yeah.
careful, Jesus. I think he was a very lucky man. Your thoughts on man of the match? So Arsenal since '87, saying Saliba or Rice?
Saliba, yeah. Trossard maybe for the goal.
Yeah. Difficult one to call because I think it's been a very difficult game for everybody. Chances have been few and far to come by. But Arsenal have won it.
What would you agree with me that now I know I wasn't around in the 80s or 90s, but that was George Graham-esque, don't you think?
I think that's an excellent comparison, sir. An excellent comparison. A good old-fashioned scrappy 1-0 to the Arsenal.
A bit less a bit less kind of nerve-wracking than the Palace game, I think. Maybe because we're not down to 10 men here.
I mean, yeah, totally agree. I mean, our back players did very well today. A bit of a shout out to David Raya as well, new goalkeeper in, clean sheet on debut. Well done, sir. There's probably a few candidates in the Everton side who defended very well as well, but ultimately the final score here, Arsenal have won 1-0 to the Arsenal, like the good old days. Just like the Arsenal Twitter have just heard you say, and they're just repeating it on Twitter. 1-0 to Arsenal. Boring
Arsenal. Well, if it works, it works. You know, and I've asked people this question before. Would you rather play boring football and win all the time, or play attractive football and lose all the time?
That's a really good point. You get the same amount of points for a win, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. Can I just throw an invitation out to Arsenal since 1987? Would you like to join us on the post-match? Because if you do, I'll throw the link in and you can join us and we'll have a little chat, because I'd quite like that. Everton are in big trouble. Yes, they are. I mean, I'm yet to see the league table, but I think they were second.
Not won. They've played. This is their fifth game.
Isn't it?
5, drawn 1 and lost 4.
Tell you what I'm going to do. Anyone who is watching, and I'll take control of this, Posh. It's not a problem. I'm gonna throw in the link just as a bit of fun. I'm going to put the link in the chat right now. So anyone wants to join us for a bit of a post-show discussion, you can talk about anything you want to. Just bear in mind PG guidelines, please, as I have my daughter right behind me. Hopefully, is that gone through?
My head with a hanger, with a coat hanger for some reason.
I'm having trouble getting this link on.
That's all right. Don't worry about it.
Give me a sec. That should be going up now. There you go. Anyone who wants to join us, absolutely feel free.
But look, this is an important away win. We've broken the Goodison curse of the last few years.
Thank goodness. Yeah, absolutely. Look at them greats there. That's Joe Royle, and that's oh gosh, I know who that face was as well.
I thought it was the 2 old men from the Muppet Show for a minute.
No. I recognise the old Everton manager, Joe Royle, former Sunderland and Everton manager. Peter Reid. It was Peter Reid. That's who it was. From a bygone era. Worrying times for Everton, I would say. But we are an Arsenal channel. Here's a really good thing to think about, right? Can you imagine we're going into our first Champions League game for 7 years on Wednesday? We had this Premier League game, which, and I've said it on the description of this stream, a very difficult away trip. Can you imagine we came out of this not picking up the 3 points, how
Yeah.
our fan base will feel out of that.
Heads would have rolled, and
It would have
yeah.
been a little bit of an anticlimax coming into the Champions League.
Mm.
However, as I said to
Yeah.
you, and I was consistent all the way through the stream, and you can watch it back. I was always confident of Arsenal coming back and getting a goal, and it somehow, some way. Got to say, what an excellent goal it was as well. Let's focus on that in a moment. But how important was it to get that win before we start our Champions League campaign on Wednesday?
Yeah. Trossard as well, showing showing how good he is and how important he is for us.
Yeah, and an absolute classy finish as well from that short corner. This is where I'm trying to give you the stage a little bit, Posh.
No, I think I saw Trossard. I always rate him as you know, and it was great to see him score, and he was in the right place, right time there, and it was an important goal as well. Havertz nearly had a bit of a chance there with I think it was meant to be a cross, but it was very nearly a goal, but it just went a tad over. And I could understand the substitutions being made because as much as I said that Havertz shouldn't have started, Everton are a physical team, as I've mentioned. They've got some tall players, and coming up against Fabio Vieira, it's not the best of battles for Fabio. So I think
I thought he did pretty good today, actually.
Yeah, but bringing on some taller players, I think was a smart decision. Yeah.
And the crucial thing is picking up the 3 points in these tough away games, and that's what they've done. I mean, let's talk about Martinelli a little bit. We saw him score the offside goal and then going off shortly afterwards, yet to find out exactly what is going on with the situation there. But it's nice to see, and we spoke about having strength in depth. It was nice to see Trossard, who replaced him, to have that impact for the goal.
Absolutely. I do hope the Martinelli injury isn't serious. It doesn't look like it because he was able to walk without much assistance, if not at all. So hopefully it's just a little, it's a precaution, and we're just being really cautious going into the Champions League. But actually, would you start Trossard on Wednesday? I think.
My thoughts were,
or would you start him against Tottenham? Because I would.
So I'm only thinking really, like the next game. That's how I figure my thoughts out. And I always felt that Trossard and Jesus actually were going to get the starts in the Champions League game. I even said that to you in the private chat, didn't I? I said that I'd probably play Nketiah today with the thinking that perhaps Jesus giving him a couple more days and then see how Jesus gets on against PSV. Because I didn't feel Nketiah had done an awful lot wrong to deserve being dropped. I still feel that way. He never had much of the ball today.
No, when he scored against Forest and Fulham, he has had some good contributions for us this season.
Yeah. Oh, he definitely has. I think he will continue to do so.
I hope so.
But in this sort of stage of the season where these games are going to come thick and fast, we've already mentioned PSV coming up on Wednesday, Tottenham coming up on Sunday, Brentford coming up on the after Tottenham in the Cup. There's going to be and Manchester City, I think, after that. There's going to be lots of games that are going to come up as very quick, very difficult games as well. And so what an interesting couple of weeks we're going to have at Arsenal Football Club. There's also lots of debate to have now. Where do we stand on the David Raya situation? That's an interesting one. So, I mean, here's the thing. We had a goalkeeper that's been with us for a good while now, who's been pretty much undisputed. He's had an undisputed era if you want.
Excellent.
As
He has shocked the system as well, because I
It
thought
was a shock to the system.
no one really people doubted Ramsdale when he signed for us, but I thought he'd done when he come in, he's done very well.
Yeah, but then you were very quick to jump on him when there was a potential offside goal against Man United last Sunday, with a couple of Sundays ago. So where do you think he is in terms of
Because of the error against Fulham that he did? And we got two, and Ramsdale and
the error
Raya.
that Saka made, you mean?
Ramsdale, on my point, Ramsdale and Raya are two very good goalkeepers, and I'm pleased that we've got two good goalkeepers in that position. And I actually thought Raya had a good game today, and hopefully he offers a lot more.
Yeah. In terms of this one as well, I mean, we have him on loan with the view to buy. I think they are going to buy. I think it was just a case of making the admin a little bit easier for Brentford, I think, in terms of getting the deal done. But it was clear from Arteta's pre-match today that he does see them very highly, both of them. But it's just rare to see this rotating number one goalkeepers lot, especially from someone who's very old like me, who I'm very used to seeing one that's absolutely outstanding, and maybe the one that is a backup goalkeeper. It's a nice problem to have. I'd argue that one. But,
yeah, I mean, we have come a long way from the days of Jens Lehmann and Graham Stack to very different goalkeepers. One being incredibly world-class and brilliant, and the other is Jens Lehmann. No, I'm joking.
Hey, don't
no, I'm kidding. But no, it's good to have two great goalkeepers playing for us, and I don't think it's going to be constant rotation, because I don't think that's sensible at all. I think the reason why Raya was in goal here was so Arteta's going to think that Ramsdale is his preferred number one, I think. And that's what he was thinking going into the game, so he could play him in the Champions League. But now that Raya has actually made a decent contribution, who knows what may happen?
Yeah. Again, a nice problem to have. The season's always a long one. Anything can happen, injuries, suspensions and whatnot. And it's a nice problem for the manager to have. It's similar to the problem he has up top, which is where the headline is today in terms of our forward options. So with potentially Martinelli being out for a while, it does leave an option for Jesus. It leaves an option for Trossard, who scored the wonderful goal today. Let's see Fabio Vieira involved in the play again. Ødegaard to Saka to Trossard with that left-footed first-time finish, as we just see it on Sky Replay here.
I turned the TV off.
Fair enough. But it's just nice to see that Vieira again had part to play in an important performance. Do you know what, Posh? I don't know about you. I'm feeling that we're probably just about done for the day. Yeah.
We need to call it a day, and I need to get ready for the champions.
Absolutely. We also need to discuss off air exactly how we're going to cover the Champions League. So, so what we'll do, ladies and gentlemen, we are calling an end to the stream right now. So before we go, let's just pop the banner up. Make sure if you're hitting the follow or hitting the like button, subscribing to us and all that sort of fun stuff. Where can they find you on X?
You can follow me on Twitter at Posh Bertie and Instagram at Bertie Wanless. And you can find me here at Gooner Gathering.
Thank you very much. As Leandro Trossard gets the Man of the Match award off Sky, you can find me at Gooner Lee Meet. You can find all of us on the channel at Gooner Gathering. Keep your eye out on social medias. Our very own Fran Golazzo may be going live for a post-match reaction show very shortly. So make sure you check her out at Golazzo on YouTube. But until we see you again, everybody, take care of yourselves. Come on, the Arsenal, and we'll see you again soon. Take care.